The only way to deal with an unfree world is to become so absolutely free, so that your very existence is an act of rebellion. Don't walk behind me. I may not lead. Don't walk in front of me. I may not follow. Just walk beside me and be my friend. Life is a sum of all your choices. So, what are you doing today? Life is meaningless, but worth living, provided you recognize it's meaningless. Sometimes, carrying on and keep carrying on is the superhuman achievement. Nobody realizes that some people expend tremendous energy just to be normal. Whoever gives nothing, has nothing. The greatest misfortune is not to be unloved, but not to love. Nothing is more despicable than respect based on fear. The greatness of man lies in his decision to be stronger than his condition. The realization that life is absurd is not an end, but only a beginning. Without work, all life goes rotten. But when work is soulless, life stifles and dies. Always go to far, because that's where you'll find the truth. All great deeds, and all great thoughts, have a ridiculous beginning. There always comes a time when one must choose between contemplation and action. This is called becoming a man. The only real progress lies in learning to be wrong all alone. Seeking what is true is not seeking what is desirable. The most important thing you do every day in your life is deciding not to kill yourself. There are causes worth dying for, but none worth killing for. Poor and free, rather than rich and enslaved. Of course, men want to be both rich and free, and this is what leads them at times to be poor and enslaved. People hasten to judge, in order not to be judged themselves. But, what is happiness, except the simple harmony between a man and the life he leads? Giving everything and sacrificing all without hope of return. That's love. The slave begins by demanding justice, and ends by wanting to wear a crown. We don't know how to eliminate evil, but we do know how to feed some of the hungry, and heal some of the infirmed. Life should be lived to the point of tears. Those who despairs of the human condition is a coward, but those who has hope for it is a fool. In order to exist, man must rebel. We all have a weakness for beauty. I know simply that the sky will last longer than I. Believe me, the hardest thing for a man to give up is that which he really doesn't want after all. Whatever prevents you from doing your work has become your work. Peace is the only battle that's worth waging. But sometimes, it takes more courage to live than to shoot yourself. To feel absolutely right is the beginning of the end. It's better to burn than to disappear. Somebody has to have the last word, or every argument could be opposed by another, and we'd never be done with it. I am too far away from what I love, and my distance is without remedy. The best are led to make greater demands upon themselves. As for those who succumb, they did not deserve to survive. It is always easy to be logical, but it's almost impossible to be logical to the bitter end. Men are convinced of his arguments, his sincerity, and the seriousness of his efforts only by his death.